everyone, this is Yupik Sasuk ASMR. I'll be doing a cooking video for you. I am going to be frying salmon. Usually go ahead and do is prepare my flour seasoning that we'll be dipping the salmon steaks in. I do have Lawry's seasoning salt. What I go ahead and do is put that in there. I don't necessarily measure how much seasoning I put in there. I just kind of just go with the flow. If I think it's too much, then I wouldn't put in any, but that's how much. I'd probably say 1 teaspoon of Lawry's. I do have some onion powder. I'm gonna go ahead and put the seasoning in here too. Now I don't have too many salmon steaks, so this flour is going to be just right. I'll go ahead and put some garlic powder in there as well. Go ahead and put that in there. That's good. I'll put just a little bit of pepper. Not even a teaspoon, just some sprinkles in there. My refrigerator did turn on, so it's going to be a little bit noisy, but I'm going to go ahead and continue with the video. So what I usually do is go ahead and make my flour mix first, and so I'll just put just a little bit of garlic salt. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I usually put the garlic salt and the Lawry's seasoning salt on my salmon before I dip it in the flour. What I go ahead and do is go ahead and mix that. Alright, so I got that. What I'm do next is take out my salmon. I have a frying pan here. These are T-Val's, so I'll go ahead and place it over here. Before I start dipping the salmon in the seasoned flour, I will go ahead and get our frying pan ready with the oil. We'll be using 100% vegetable oil. I'm not going to be deep frying the salmon. I'm just going to be frying them, so I didn't put a whole lot of oil in the pan. I went ahead and turned on the stove. We're going to go ahead and heat that up. It's on medium, and here is our oil. I did take out another pan. I'm going to be sauteing some asparagus, and I do have another saucepan here that I'm going to be making jasmine rice to go with our salmon and our asparagus. I'll be chopping up some onions, so I'm going to go ahead and get my cutting board. With the cutting board too, I'm going to be using my ulu. It is a woman's knife. Uluk means woman's knife in Yukhtun, which Yukhtun is my indigenous language. I like using this because I do have an original. It looks like this, but I need to clean it. It got just a little bit rusty, and this was a gift given to me, but I'll be using the other ulu to chop up our onion. So I had some onion left over from another video that I did. It was when I was frying some moose steaks. And so we got our onions here. I already washed my hands before we got started, so I'm going to just go ahead and continue on. So what I'm doing is chopping up my onions. I like to chop them up like this to where they're kind of long. I just like it that way, where it's kind of long. And so this is ready for frying. And I'll go ahead and I usually take this part off first, and then that is to cut it down right in the middle. once I do that, I'll go ahead and take a layer off of the onion. Then you just continue on cutting your onions. And at the end, I just cut this one into a little. Okay, there we go. You know, I think that might be enough. I usually just store my leftover onions in tin foil. We're gonna go ahead and continue by the sink here. Let's go ahead and get our steaks ready. Go ahead and leave that running because I am gonna rinse the salmon. But you can see here that I have salmon that is thawed out already. And so I'm going to open it up and I am going to rinse them a bit. You can see here that it's already cut up. The oil is just about ready. The way that you could tell if the oil is ready is if you just take a little bit of flour, put it in here, and if it's bubbling or if it like melts right away, then it is ready. Got my salmon all ready to fry, so I'm going to go ahead and start frying them. All right. Ooh. Yes, sir. Yes, sirski. So, go ahead and fill her up, fill her up, fill her up. You can already hear them cooking. Alrighty. So I'm also going to just add some onions that I did cut up. So go ahead and add some onions in here. Frying onions with the salmon kind of just gives it the flavor that it also just needs, and it's just really good with fried onions. So I'm going to go ahead and just put most of the salmon in the onion. I'm going to go ahead and put my timer on. I'm going to put it on for 5 minutes on one side and then 5 minutes on the other side. And that should be done. So while these are frying up, I'm going to go ahead and get my asparagus ready. And so those will be sauteing while the fish are frying. From Costco. So you see that? I can put it in there. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. And I'm going to saute them with butter. So you can see over here, I'm going to go ahead and I have put just a little bit of butter. You see that butter in the asparagus? And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is just sprinkle a little bit of garlic salt in there. Ooh, look at that. So nice and perfect. Alrighty. So this is all cooking beautifully. Even the onions are just incredible. Okay. Go ahead and put that in the middle there. Alright, put the timer on. So another 5 more minutes. Our asparagus is starting to get cooking. What I'm going to go ahead and do is get my jasmine rice ready. sauce, just something to flavor it up. Asparagus and rice is cooking. So I'm going to go ahead and just move the asparagus around. And it's basically sauteing. I'm just going to add just a little bit more butter. And maybe just a little bit more garlic salt. But the rice is pretty much good to go. I'm going to go ahead and cover it. And cover it up and put it to low. And that's going to be on for 10 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and get my timer on for 10 minutes. And just a little bit of butter. Butter. Into our asparagus. Alrighty. So that's good to go. Go ahead and stir it up. Stir that up. That looks good. I love asparagus. On my fish. Could just use a little bit more browning. The onions are perfect. Perfect. Ready. Alright. These are looking good. Good. Okay. Go ahead and take the onions out. Alrighty. So, you go ahead and show you the product to the plate. Ooh, look at that, guys. Perfecto. Okay, let's go ahead and I have 2 more to fry. 2 more to fry. Of the onions. Put this cream up. We go ahead and stir the asparagus. I like to get them a little bit browned up. The rice. So we're going to turn off the rice. We're going to go ahead and check it real quick. Here is the rice. Go ahead and stir it. Make sure that is all good. Yep, it's cooked perfectly. So nice and perfect. So that's basically good to go. Alrighty. So I'm going to stir these up just a little bit. And as soon as this timer beeps, we'll go ahead and turn it over to the other side. But I'm going to go ahead and stir my onions. Okay. Alrighty. So let's turn over the fish. The fish is on fire. Good. The onions are really good. Alright, so let's go another 5 minutes. I am rinsing off my clean dishes at the moment. Go ahead and cut this video right now, and I'm probably not gonna record myself eating. the salmon. I might, but at this point, I kind of just want to sit down and enjoy a good meal. So we'll just see you in the next video. Bye.